Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing another video continuing with my game that I'm playing of the old Aftermath post-apocalyptic role-playing game produced in the 80s. And I just wanted to go through, like, I'll do a recap of the situation that my characters are in near the end of the video. But this video, I just wanted to go over things that could happen in my event deck. This is the event deck. So I've drawn reference a random book card. These cards I've designed. They're just generic DIY kind of cards that I just made on the computer. So I've drawn a reference random book, and that means that before the game starts, I pick out a few Oracle kind of random books, and that will be suitable for the theme of the game that I'm playing. So for this game, I picked out Table Fables Modern and Matt David's Random Tables of Post-Apocalyptic. So with that card that was drawn, I'm trying now. I have to think of how I could use those books uh, to the situation that's at hand. So I'll go over this during the recap, but just to give you an idea of what's happening, my characters found this house, this rundown house, and when they were about to investigate it, they got shot at from a sniper that was on the second floor of the building. They found a way of getting inside the building, and they defeated the bad guys that were inside it. And then they find out that these two uh, guys that were shooting at them are members of a gang. And there was an emblem that one of my characters found that was on their jacket. And so I had to come up with a name for the gang. And so I referred to the Random Tables book. And there is a table for gang names. Page 7. Yeah, gang names. And it's a pretty small, flimsy book and everything, but the tables are very long and very detailed. It's not a bad book for this theme. He also produces other books for like fantasy, sci-fi, or pulp fiction, whatever. But this post-apocalyptic book is great for this game so far. And I rolled like off camera the remnants, the 30 off of a 1d100 roll. So that's what I decided to name the adversary gang that my characters are going to have to deal with. So I'm on round 2, scene 5, and act 1 of my Aftermath game. My characters were checking out this that they thought was an abandoned home, and but then they were attacked by a sniper out from the window, and they found a way inside the house. Um, they defeated the sniper and another enemy that was inside the house, and while they were looking for supplies, they came across like some jackets that had an emblem on them that stated that these guys were part of a gang called the Remnants, and now they're just like, well, just gonna search the rest of the house for supplies. But unfortunately, one of the NPCs, Bob, found some food, and he went ahead and tried to eat it, and the food was spoiled. It was very toxic, probably contamination, radiation contamination. So he's really ill right now. The My other NPC, Edwin, while he was searching through the house, fell through the floorboards, crashed down to another floor, and broke his neck, and instantly died. And that's where we're at right now. So this is part of the game. My chaos track is at 4. Um, or actually, yeah, this is all different. Um, let's use this instead. My chaos track. And that puts me in like a negative state in the game right now. So draw a card from my event stack. And bad weather could affect the rate of the game. If I draw a bad weather card, what I'll do is have my character do a skill check, and if he loses the skill check, if he fails the skill check, then he loses a resource. So to do a skill check, as I said before, the chaos track is at 4, so I grab 4 dice, 4 six-sideds, and 1 dice to represent my level. I'm level 1, so I'm going to use a green die. So I'm looking for sixes, but any ones can defeat a 6. A 6 rolled on a green die will progress the chaos track, and ones, like what if I roll a 1 on a white die, it can't defeat the green die. So I got a 6. There's no ones, so I pass the skill check, and I don't lose any of my resources. Draw another card, and it's an event card. See if that's activated. Yes, chaos track goes up, and then I draw an event card. And the keywords are plan, fundamental, and hive. In the negatives, so I'm looking for something that is actually going to cause a problem for my characters. Docking clamps, activating, polished marble, constricting around your neck, hydroponic growth suspension. I'm going to go with hive. Maybe we've disrupted a hornet's nest, like when Edwin fell through the floorboards. It might have woken up a hornet's nest, and if that's going to affect my other characters. And do a yes or no check. No, so they're okay with that. The hornets just like fly away. Next card. It's player 1. That's me, Ian. The results are special ability, progress track could go up, and I can take an action on my second turn, possibly. So I'm just going to do a skill check, and my skills for that character is he's got charismatic skills, so he's going to try to convince the team that maybe they should go bring the jackets with them and warn the rest of the crew. Um, and But the he's got to convince the parties that he's with right now. Actually, no, I'm gonna actually use a skill check to try to save Bob from his poison. Like try to find an antidote or something. So yeah, I think that's probably more important. Chaos track's at 3, so I got 3 dice. My level. Two sixes. That's a success. So Bob's condition is back to normal. And I get a fate coin. And I'm using these as experience. So in the end of an act, I'll count these up, and spend them to improve my character. So like 10 fate points can improve a stat or increase my level. It just depends on whatever I want to do. Okay, so does the time, does the plot progress? Yes, it does. And I'm at 6, so I've unleashed a plot prog, and since it's negative, I've wrote down these results. So the plot prog's gone 6. It's an encounter, so that's going to be more of the gang members. And how many gang members are showing up? I'm going to say that they're outside of the house right now. 2. And this is how I set up my enemies. And use 2 red die. Enemy 1 is level 1. Enemy 2 is a level 2. I add an enemy 1 card, an enemy 2 card to the character deck. And now I'm going to roll for their stats. Enemy 1 stat or health is 4. Enemy 2's health is 5. Enemy 1's attack dice. Since he's 1, I'm only gonna just half this result. So 3. And I'm gonna go with 2. Defense dice. 2 and 1. Because they're just level, they're pretty weak characters. And I'm going to add them to my character list. So we've got enemy 1, enemy 2. They're gang members. Enemy 1's special ability is going to be on my list here. Roll a d12. So enemy 1 can do a range attack. Enemy 2 can do a double attack. Pretty nasty guys. Okay, so I'm going to roll to see if I can do another action. I can't. Draw another card. It's NPC 1's turn. And that's Bob. He's feeling better now. He can do an action. Since there's enemies here now, it'll be enemy 1 can perform his special ability if that is triggered. And for my second turn for NPC 1, if I can trigger this, then I can gain a resource. And his action's going to be, so I mentioned this before in another video, I've made a deck of cards that will represent NPC and enemy actions on a roll of this. So and Bob can move and attack. So he's going to look out the window See him. Yeah. He gets to the window. He now has the sniper's rifle, and he's going to try to shoot out at the gang guys that are outside of the house. So his attack dice is 2. He's got no surges to spend, but I draw a combat card, and he's got a shield auto defense. I use these blue dice to represent shields, or they'll be like dodges or shield or anything that can negate a hit. And now he's going to attack. He's going to shoot. He's got 1 hit, and he's aiming for enemy 1. Enemy 1. Does the enemy 1 use a surge? Yep, he spends a surge. So he gets another die. His defense now is 3. So if I roll any shields, that's a miss. And he didn't. So he gets 1 point of damage. Okay, so does his special ability trigger? Nope. Can I gain a resource? Yes. Next card. Now I've drawn a reference the rules. So what I do when I draw this card, I look at the game system that I'm using. And this is where I'm kind of like really late. I'm kind of lazy in this fact, and that's why I've kind of developed this system, because I just didn't really want to be bogged down by the game system rules. I got so many games that I want to play that I find that if I have to go through all the rules, that it'll just take too long to actually play and enjoy the game. So what I do is to slowly go through the rules. If I roll or if I draw a reference rules card, and I just look for something that looks interesting that could actually apply to the situation in the game at hand at the moment, or just any kind of form of inspiration. So I'll do this off camera because it takes a little bit of time. So I was just reading in the rules about wit, and it's an attribute. And since I in my game, I don't use the rule system attributes. Everything just is put on to the skill check. So if I was using a strength or an intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, or whatever, it all relates to the skill check. But by looking at the rules, though, and I want to, if I draw this reference rules card, then I'm going to use something that I've read. And since I was reading about the attributes, I'm going to use that as an opportune time to just investigate the house, see if I can find anything useful. So it would be the last character that was played. So I'm going to do a skill check and see if I find anything useful. And didn't find anything. No sixes.
Today's session recap of Aftermath, my characters Ian, Bob, Edwin, and Jacob are on a supply run when they come across a house. A man on the second floor shoots at them from a window. My characters find a way to enter the home and are confronted by another enemy. Ian, the humanoid clone, tries to make peace with the men, But Bob angers them, and they all fight until Bob and Edwin kill the two men. My characters then search the house. Bob finds some food that poisons him. Edwin steps on some weak floorboards and falls to his death. Ian finds an antidote and cures Bob. They do a further search and find the men's jackets, learning that they are part of a gang called the Remnants. The characters suddenly discover that there are two more Remnant members outside in front of the house. Bob, without any thought, opens fire on them through the window, while Ian and Jacob look for a back exit to escape. To be continued.